welcome back. Summer break is over. Life is beginning again because tonight, or, well, depending on when you see this, NFL is so back.
One more sleep, Charlie.
One more sleep from when we're recording this. It'll be 0 sleeps by the time you watch this.
Yep.
Guys.
We'll already have the predictions of tomorrow, or not the predictions, the results of tomorrow's game. And you guys are probably wondering where our great friend Evander is. He, being that the Eagle season starts tomorrow and the first game is against the Cowboys, he decided to hit the grave early. No, I'm just kidding.
He's in the gulag right now.
What a rough start. He's going to want to beat tomorrow after the Cowboys kick the Eagles' ass. I hope. It's,
okay.
We'll see.
Coming out confident after what happened last week. But
last week? What happened last week?
Your best player got traded.
Oh.
No. How soon he forgets.
He fleeced the Packers, though.
Oh, okay. Now it's fleecing.
He's hurt.
Right. Okay. So first it was, now GP is it. He's been glazing GP. Okay. Now that he's been on the Cowboys for a little
bit. Like you were when he was on the Steelers?
Yeah, when he was actually really good. We haven't seen him play on the Cowboys.
He's going to be even better.
He's going to be even better as the wide receiver, too.
He's not good. He was a problem in your guys' locker room. That's why we have him.
He's going to be a problem in your locker room, too. You already know that, bro.
No.
But to Ev, how are we feeling? You'll probably answer that question tomorrow. We'll get a FaceTime call after the game.
Yeah, we still haven't told you guys where Evander is. He no longer lives here in New Mexico. He moved to Dallas. Out of all places, you wouldn't think he'd be moved to Dallas, being that he hates the Cowboys. But I don't know.
It is what it is. We're happy for Ev.
He moved out there with his cousins, so we're happy for him. We actually get to see him in a few weeks. He's not the only one moving out there.
Yeah. Rail's also leaving. No, I'm just kidding. He would never leave this place, wherever.
I will one day.
Y'all don't got to worry where we are right now, but he's never going to leave. But, yeah, Chuck will also be moving. So you're going to see a new third guest on the pod. His name's Emmanuel.
Yeah.
He kind of knows ball. We're teaching him because he's projected dead last in the fantasy league this year.
Oh, yeah, poor guy.
He is a first-time GM, though, so Emmanuel, we'll help you through it.
Yeah, so I'll be moving you out there at the end of September. Get to see Evander and get to see the Avilas. We're excited.
And just in time to see Micah Parsons shit on his former team.
Oh, yeah, he returns to Dallas that weekend. We'll be there. Actually, I'm going for sure. I think Evander said he was going to buy a standing room only ticket. And I'm going to try getting him down to this the section I got my ticket in. So, I don't know. We'll see.
He might die that day. He might.
Hey, Evander.
Evander, bro. In the standing room only, that's where all the crazies are.
Yeah. He won't be up there, though. I'm going to try and get him down to where
He almost got killed the last time by that little 10-year-old.
Yeah, flipped him off. That was great. But then he got his get back last year when we went last November. No. Was it December?
When
was it? When did we go?
I don't remember when it was.
I don't remember.
So long.
But yeah, we got our asses handed to us, so.
It's been a long 7 months.
Hopefully that's not the case tomorrow. Even if we do, I'm going to say this now, even if we do lose tomorrow, I already told Evander and I told Charlie this, we're not going to get swept by the Eagles. So I would much rather lose tomorrow and win when we go to Dallas in November when we play them there.
That's what he says, but you never know, man.
We're not getting swept.
I don't know. We'll see.
Unless the only way we get swept is if Dak or somebody gets hurt. That Dak, CD, somebody.
Fucking Sedarius. We all got swept last year. Y'all lost to their backups.
Yeah, because Dak didn't play in either game.
Yeah, but Kenny Pickett was playing in the first game.
Oh, okay.
Or not the first game, in the second game. So it was backups versus backups in that game.
Yeah, but look at the team and the defense we had last year. We're garbage.
Still garbage. You guys, your defense got worse. Your defense literally somehow got worse.
I'm not even going to argue. We'll see tomorrow.
Fucking Kenny Clark over here thinks.
Hey, we need somebody to help stop the run.
Ev, if you want to insert your prediction with
Speaking of
getting the belt.
It's not going to happen.
On Daniel. It's going to be great. But
speaking of inserting things, we're going to hope to try and get me on the podcast.
Yeah, we're going to try and work some FaceTime now, so we'll get Daniel on there so we can hear him.
I'll go from being in the full screen to being in the little top right-hand corner.
Like AJ Hawk on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
We'll just say some outlandish things and we'd just be like.
We'll figure it out. That'll be fun. And then, of course, when I go out there, we'll do podcasts there.
Yeah, but we're excited. We're excited. It's just, football is back, man. We had college football, RP, Notre Dame. We lost. I'll keep it above. UNM only lost by 17 to Michigan.
Yeah, for real. Gotta give them props for that.
Yeah, they're favored to lose by 34.5. So, I mean, if you bet the UNM spread, that's all you, man.
Hopefully we have a good season this year. New coach. I don't expect us to do anything big, but at least better than what we have been the last.
It's a very
I don't
minimal
know.
bar to hit.
I can't even remember the last time we were good, bro. To be honest.
Brian Urlacher days, maybe. I think y'all were still not very good then. You just had Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
That was
I don't
back
know.
before you could transfer. Bro would have transferred in a heartbeat. But yeah, football is back. You got even the vibes in the town are different. With all the high school teams playing, the impact football has on the community, and our Texas people, our Texas family out there. They probably think the same thing, and everything is bigger in Texas. Have you seen those stadiums, man? So
It's crazy, bro.
I bet that atmosphere goes crazy. But we're glad. And today we're just going to focus on some NFL predictions. Drop what else we want us to talk about. We'll probably do right before we part ways. We'll do some MLB postseason because that's when the MLB postseason will happen.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a couple of people to refresh up on their ball knowledge for the MLB. It's been a
Especially
wild
mine.
ride. But right now, we're going to start with our NFL division predictions. We're going to kick it off from opinionated worst division to best division. So I think by far the worst division in the NFL is going to be the AFC South.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just not really a whole lot going on. A lot of mediocrity. Yeah. So we got a couple of rookies coming in, most notably being Cam Ward
Mm-hmm.
out of Tennessee. Travis Hunter, we're going to see how they scheme him up in Jacksonville. I've just been not a huge believer or acceptor of Trevor Lawrence as far as where he was drafted and where he is now.
Or what he's done.
I feel like it's just been very lackluster in my opinion. He had that one playoff win that got him, the bag, which game is game.
See what he does this year.
I mean, I'm not going to say make or break. I'm just going to be like, when are we going to start labeling him a quote bust? Because he's been a solid starter, but being number one, being solid ain't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Being the first overall pick isn't going to do it. You need to do a little bit of something. And, I mean, it's not all on him, but, I mean, now he's got Brian Thomas Jr., he's got Travis Hunter, he's got Etienne out of the backfield. And that defense just needs a little bit more work, in my opinion. But they made some good free agency pickups. The Colts starting Danny Dimes.
That's crazy.
Andy Dang, known Daniel Dime lover.
Oh yeah.
So he sees him moving on, and
The Colts are the Colts. There's no explanation there. They're not going to be good.
yeah, they've ever since Andrew Luck started getting hurt and then retired.
They haven't been nothing.
They just haven't been a whole lot of anything, to be honest. So just a sad sight to see if you're in Indy, because they love their sports over there.
Oh yeah, they're
Indiana.
passionate.
So passionate. It's very unfortunate that they're terrible. And then now we have a little bit of a wild card, probably a wild card team, is the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, CJ Stroud going into year 3, kind of had that sophomore slump. That O-line was god awful, man. It was terrible.
I think that slump's going to carry over though into this season.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least in the first half of the season, he may be able to step it up. Hopefully for Texan fans before halfway through the season.
Mhm.
But I don't think they're gonna have a very good start.
So we'll see how it goes. So right now, at bottom of the division, I have the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Third, I would probably say the Titans, but it's close with the Jags. I think Cam Ward actually does solid. You didn't hear a whole lot about him in the preseason because a lot of times, and I've seen with the media, especially in the last few years, they love to shadow the controversy, or not shadow. They like to shadow the players putting in hard work and shine light on controversy because it gets people, it gets views, it gets everything. To shine on players like Shador, like that actually cause a ruckus, that it causes people to talk about it. Even though Shador's a 5th-round pick and he's QB4 or QB3 on my depth chart, my Instagram feed was full of his preseason. Nothing about Cam Ward. That means he's been putting in work. That means people haven't seen anything for them to say this will get us views because they just see a football player. So I think it's a close third. I have Jacksonville at 2. And then I have the Texans winning that division. It's not that hard of a division to win. They won it last year with how bad that offensive line was, and I think they're just a better team this year. So I have them winning the division, but being the worst division winner.
Yeah, I can see that. But I can also see them like barely escaping with that first winning the division on that.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. The only thing is I'd probably switch. Who did you put at 4th? The
Colts.
Colts? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you have the same as
Yeah,
I
I
do.
thought you had put the
Titans on the bottom.
Titans on the bottom. But
So we're both looking the same on the AFC South.
I would not be surprised though if the Titans are at the bottom.
We'll see. I think Cam Ward he'll do a good job. He has great composure. Even those collab videos he was doing with Shador, he was really locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's been that the entire time because there would have been a little bit of coverage, and we didn't get any coverage of Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
That at least I saw. I saw all the Shador stuff, which I mean, it is what it is. But no one's gonna be talking about him this season in the regular season, except when Nick Wright is like, "When is it time to draft him?" That's Ev's favorite analyst, Mr. Nick Wright, bird beak looking at.
Yeah, for real.
But
Wait, which one? Him or
oh no!
I'm just kidding. I love you, Ed.
Uh,
I was just laughing at the intro, bro. I can't believe Ev hitting the grave. I'm sorry, Ev. I love you, dude.
For real, we miss him. He's been missed.
I miss him a lot.
Yeah, it's all right. Couple more weeks, Daniel. Couple more weeks.
For real.
So I believe that the second worst division is also a South division. I think it's the NFC South. The NFC South really has been carried hard by the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons were mid last year, and the Saints and Panthers were just both trash.
Yeah, I still think the Panthers will. I think it's gonna be the same as last year.
Exact same order?
More than likely, yeah.
Okay, so the exact same order last year was Panthers, Saints, Falcons,
and Bucks.
and
Yeah.
Bucks.
Maybe I could see those two middle teams switching.
The two middle teams?
Yeah, it just depends on how Kellen Moore does with that team with the Saints.
I actually think it's going to be complete opposite, man. I think Saints are going to finish at the bottom. They have no quarterback.
Really? I don't know.
No quarterback. And I think that the strides that they've been taking, the Panthers, are going to be a little bit better than people expect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll catch the Falcons. I think it's close. I really think it's going to be close, like by a game or two games.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have the Falcons, and then I have the Bucks winning. They actually are the only team in that division that has a complete. I mean, at this point, he is a veteran quarterback. We're at that point, Daniel, where
That's
Baker
crazy.
Mayfield's a veteran. God,
I like-
aged ourselves there.
There's not very many quarterbacks that I like outside of like Dallas, of course, but Baker's up there. I enjoy watching Baker play.
I've always liked
Always
Baker.
a baller.
Even especially when he left the Browns, but even when he was on the Browns, I could respect his game.
Even just his character, he doesn't come off as cocky or arrogant. He's just he holds his composure and he's good.
When he started, he was a little cocky. Like in college,
Yeah,
he was cocky,
Yeah,
but
like
he
those old
backed it up.
TikTok
But you know what he
clips.
does is he backs it up.
yeah.
He plays really well. He had a couple of rough years that actually I think we're gonna call it coaching issues because clearly down in Tampa
He's doing
something's
great now.
working. I think especially that receiver core. You have Mike Evans, you have Amika Egbuka, stud at Ohio State,
CJ Goodwin.
and then Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin, yeah, CJ Goodwin, I love it.
Dang, that was
That's
that,
crazy.
What a
bro.
pull!
Holy shit.
What a pull, man. Let's insert the edit.
Yeah,
too, man.
for real.
Jeez.
Damn.
Nah, I'm just CJ.
Damn.
Was it CJ
just-
Goodwin or was it Chris?
No, it was
No,
CJ.
CJ?
It was CJ, I'm pretty sure.
We'll find it. We'll put a little edit mark.
Yeah, my bad. Chris
Yeah.
Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
Godwin.
He's gonna come back in like week 6 from that ankle fracture. So
Yeah, I think
I got the Bucks running away with it, but I have the Falcons in second, Panthers at third, and then the Saints at 4.
Mhm.
So you said you have the
I don't know if I can see this. I don't know, bro. The Panthers, like you said, they have Bryce Young.
they've kind of developed a little bit too.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. For sure, I know for sure the Bucks are gonna come out.
Yeah.
On
So
top.
you have the Saints at the bottom or the Panthers?
Give me the Panthers.
Panthers at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. So he's calling the same as last year. We'll see. We'll see. The South is just so
It's touchy.
inconsistent. It's so weird.
Yeah.
You know, there's always never a repeated division champ, kind of like the NFC East, but except they're all usually bad. And then at the other end, the NFC East is typically really good.
The only thing I think keeping my opinion on the Saints afloat is Kellen Moore.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he has potential to be a really good coach. I hate to say it and I hate to admit it, but it's the truth. He really did a number with Philly's offense last year.
I mean, who wouldn't? But
Yeah.
just the play calling was great.
He was good with Dallas for a few years. I just feel like maybe this is his time to shine and be a head coach. Maybe not. Maybe he could be a total bust, but you won't know. It's his first shot.
Yeah, I mean,
Wish
there's
him
plenty of
nothing.
coaches that have been really good coordinators and haven't been really good coaches. So
Yeah, I hated
We'll
him.
see.
I hated him on Philly, but I wish him the best.
yeah, absolutely. So there's our AFC and NFC South. So kind of the middle tier divisions. I think I'm going to call it the NFC West, kind of middle tier. You know, there's a lot of question marks in that division. Like, is Kyler Murray going to be a topic of discussion? Is Matthew Stafford, how much does he have left in the tank? what's going on in San Francisco. They just always seem to have injuries. Even in preseason, they had a couple of dudes carted off.
Mm-hmm.
And then Seattle with Sam Darnold giving him kind of a bag for
Yeah, that's
1
crazy.
year, bro. Oh, boy. So
They must know something we don't.
they must, or they don't know anything at all. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. So
It might be a GM like Jerry that don't know shit.
yeah. I'm going to say for that reason, I mean, that defense has been kind of solid, but you do have JSN and Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp was an early offseason move, and I think a lot of people have kind of forgot about it. Slipped in
I
a
forgot
lot of
about it, I'm not gonna
drafts.
lie.
There was two of my fantasy league draft. I picked him up in like the 8th or 9th round because I'm like, even as a wide receiver 2, solid, especially if you have like a 12-man or a 10-man league. I think that's a solid pickup.
Mm-hmm. And Stafford's hurt, isn't he?
Stafford is
I thought I seen
not
something the other
hurt.
day where he was hurt,
maybe like
or that they were
veteran
trying to
injury.
get him.
Maybe I'm not sure. I don't. I think he was.
It's
He
not
was
like a
hurt towards
severe.
the
It's
end of
not
the
a
year.
severe injury.
Yeah,
I thought that same injury carried over into now, and they're trying to get him ready to go.
yeah. I think.
Hopefully, it doesn't bother him or
Yeah.
impact his
I
game.
mean, the Rams made a good run last year. I really don't know who to put it for here because I think the Cardinals have done a lot of good offseason moves. But do you put the Niners at the bottom because you don't know what they've seen? But the Niners are still at least going to be
Yeah, the
middle
Niners
tier.
always in. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the Seahawks at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how good really is Sam Darnold? How good is he? Then at the 3, I will put the Cardinals. Then I'll put the Niners, and then
The
I'll put
Rams.
the Rams.
Yeah,
Because I think the
agree
Rams
with
just
that.
Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua, Davante Adams, and
You
then
better go off. I
Jared
drafted
Verse with again with those guys on the defense.
him.
I
Mhm.
feel like will be really solid. So that's my predictions, Daniel. I'm gonna pass it over to you. What do
No,
you?
I was.
got?
Now that you were speaking on that about the Niners, I was already lining them up. I think the same thing too.
Exact same thing.
Yeah, because I agree with the Seahawks at the bottom, but then I was trying to figure out if I was gonna switch the Niners and the Cardinals. But like you said, the Cardinals are questionable. We're gonna see what they have
You know what?
in them.
Fuck it. Give me the Niners at 3 and the Cardinals at 2.
Really?
Yes. This is the year. I've been a
Yeah.
Kyler Murray believer for so long. Why am I going to stop believing in him?
All right, I
Give me
respect it.
K1.
The only
give me K1.
reason I'm keeping the Niners at 2 is because you can't count out Christian McCaffrey,
I know you can't.
especially after his injury last year. I don't know. Let's see if he can see what he has left in the tank.
I know. Crazy. He's only in like 30, 31, and we're talking about that. How much does he have left? Crazy, man.
I know. I saw a TikTok video the other day where it's all quarterbacks, and then it showed what year they were going into, and a lot of them were like, "Damn."
I know.
Made me feel
Don't-
old.
Yeah, we don't see that about running backs, man. Running backs is
don't.
just the turnover, like the just
They were all. I think it was a video. They were all. No, I think it was just quarterbacks. I don't
Okay.
remember, but it blew my mind.
insane, bro.
But yeah, and I'll keep that order: Rams, and then Niners,
Yeah.
and then Cardinals, and then
Alright.
Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the next division that we have to go into is the AFC East. AFC East is a little bit interesting. Patriots, they went kind of all in this season. They got some good players. Got Milton Williams from the Eagles, gave him a good amount of money. They got Stephon Diggs. We don't know about his off the field issues, so we don't know how good he really is going to be. But Drake May, he looked solid in those last few starts. Mike Vrabel, former Patriot, he's got that gritty Boston energy that they love over there in that Northeast. And then you have the Dolphins. Kind of complete opposite.
Yeah.
They're kind of in a disarray. You got the Bills. The Bills are going to do what the Bills are going to do. And then you have the team from New York, the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Gave Justin Fields a lot of money. A lot of money that I was happy if he left the Steelers for that amount of money, I was fine with him letting go. There's a line where you're like, okay, I like him. I personally like what I saw from Justin Fields. I feel like he didn't get the entire playbook like Russell Wilson did. But again, that's to each their own. That's on Arthur Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And as always been saying, Justin Fields is ass. We're going to see it this year. But again, he's playing on the Jets. He's got Garrett Wilson. He's got Breece Hall. See that O-line that we had seen for Aaron Rodgers? He's mobile. So the O-line might be just enough for a mobile quarterback. Not for a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. And I actually have them finishing third.
Damn, I was about to say
Dolphins
you
at 4.
4. Nah, that's where I think the Jets finish fourth, and then the Dolphins.
at 3, and then
At
I would
3.
assume we both have the Patriots
Yeah.
at 2. I mean, the Patriots might be a 9 and 8, 8 and
I'm
9
really
team,
curious.
but I think the Bills just run away with
Oh,
it,
yeah.
like they've been doing every year. Josh Allen is going to do Josh Allen things, you know.
I still think that the Patriots and Bills can possibly split. I don't know.
I think so. I think if the conditions are
I'm-
right, they can
I'm
split.
curious to see how the Patriots are going to do. I'm actually kind of excited because next weekend, actually, it's my uncle's birthday. He's a big Patriots fan. He's a big Boston fan to begin with. Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox. Anyway, we're going to Miami and we're going to check out the Patriots and Dolphins game. So I'm excited for that.
Hard Rock, nice.
For him, I hope the Patriots win that one.
Yeah. So I think the Patriots, they've developed very well. I just don't know what's been going on in Miami. Like we know what's been going on, but like what's really been going on as far as why are they doing what they're doing? Why haven't they done this? Why did they retrade for Minka Fitzpatrick? I'm happy with Jalen Ramsey. It sucks seeing Minka go, but
Is Tua going to be able to stay healthy?
and is Tua going to be good or is he going to be ass?
Yeah, is
per
Tua,
F.
is Tua going to keep his head off the ground and in the game?
Oh,
I was just
jeez.
I shouldn't have gone there, but no, for real, bro.
Dude,
he
it
needs to keep
sucks,
Tua
man.
needs to keep his head in the game and not on the ground. Being
That's
being
an
bounced off the
insane
ground.
quote.
Oh.
In the game, not on the ground. Oh man,
It's true,
that's
though.
how you know we're back, guys. We're back. Daniel is out here giving us the rail face. So,
Being out of pocket like usual. That's how I started off the video.
dang, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it. But that leads us from the AFC East. We're gonna shift back towards the West Coast. AFC West, I think, in my opinion, the Broncos are getting a little bit. Mike, don't go crazy yet. Slightly overrated. If you look at the top playoff teams they played, 0-7. I'm gonna count the
crazy.
Bengals because they played the Bengals. They're basically
Mhm.
right there on the playoff cusp. 0-7 last year. I get it. Bo, great. Defense with PS2, great.
Mm-hmm.
Receivers, good. Running backs,
That's where it kind of hits it's kind of bumpy there.
yeah. I like Denver. I liked watching them play last year. However, the hype has gone a little crazy.
And that's
People have been saying, "Oh, Broncos for the division. They're gonna, brother. You still got the Chiefs in your division, man. Even they got the belt in the Super Bowl. They're still the Chiefs. They're still the Chiefs.
Go Patrick Mahomes.
Still got my homie. And I will like to point out the Chargers have done some great things, but they lost Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I think that kind of docks them down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, the Raiders at 4, just because
yeah.
they don't really have a quarterback. I mean, they have Geno.
They don't have an O line. I feel so bad for Genty, bro. It's gonna
I know.
be such a
Genty is
waste.
literally. People are going to be like, Genty didn't deserve the Heisman. Look how he's playing in the NFL. I'm like, but look at the O line that he
I'm
has.
calling it right now. Every Raider game that we're gonna see, it's just gonna be them talking about Genty.
Yep.
He's gonna look so frustrated on that.
I understand, agree.
sideline.
And that is why I didn't take him at any fantasy league,
I-
even though I had the opportunity to. And even I think one league I had the opportunity to take him in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to touch it because I know how inconsistent and not very good that O-line is.
Mm-hmm.
O-line's everything. And then a quarterback like Geno, you need at least a little bit of protection for him because he can run, but he's not like a Lamar Jackson or a Justin Fields level of athleticism to be able to get out of the pocket.
I just hope they don't run the ball down Genty's throat or try and get him to run the ball down and end up getting him like hurt.
Yeah, they don't want to overwork him.
Yeah.
And again, because when you're getting blown up for 2 yards, 1 yard, loss of 3, that builds up not only mentally but even physically, dude. Like you're just gonna get beat, and then by the third quarter, you're like, bro, I have 33 rushing yards, and we're losing by freaking 20.
Is this Pete Carroll's first year as the head coach?
It is. So
That's
I mean,
another
Pete
thing,
Carroll is
too.
one thing.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's gonna be another thing that we're gonna have to.
I know first year with Pete.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know. There's way too many question marks for me to think that they can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
By pull it off, I mean like a winning season or a few upsets. I still think there's a little bit of a curve. Maybe this year they're kind of terrible, but they get an offensive lineman in the draft. They can trade for an offensive lineman. That when you build that around Genty, hell, maybe they're even tanking for Arch. And Arch looked like shit last week.
Yeah.
so-
Hopefully the Cowboys don't get him. I know after that Micah trade, everybody is all, Arch is going to have a star on his helmet.
I don't
Please
think so.
don't. Please
I don't
don't.
think so. I don't think the Cowboys, one, will be that bad to where they'll get a top 5 pick, or I don't even think they would trade to get a top 5 pick.
Especially to get him, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how that plays out at the end of the year. But
yeah, I think
preemptively assuming,
I
that
think
doesn't sound like
the
the move.
Seahawks at 4, the Broncos, like you said earlier, I was
Raiders,
telling my
yeah.
coworker, the Raiders, my bad. The Raiders at 4, and then the Broncos, like we were talking about, I was telling my coworker, they're going to be the team that everybody talks about. They're going to be like on all, what do they call it? Like all everything media, you're gonna see people
Talking about
confused and wondering what's wrong with the Broncos, what happened, why, like they're gonna be shocked, and I don't think it's gonna be a shock. Like we can already see it. They're not gonna perform to what everybody's making them sound, and it's no hate. Like Charlie said, no, sorry, Michael, there's no hate, but I just don't see them being as good as everybody's making them out to be.
No, neither do I. So, for that reason, but I do say, because of the Rashawn Slater injury, I think the Chargers and the Broncos finish with the same record, but the Chargers get that second spot because it's tiebreaker. I think they split the series. I think the Chargers just have 1 or 2 games as far as conference tiebreakers, so they get the 2. And then, of course, there's some guy. He's looking a little Mahomey. You can never can doubt the Chiefs. They're always gonna pull something. Now they got that. I think they even have that more Taylor Swift black magic thing that they got going on.
Oh, that's all we're gonna see on.
Did
TV.
you guys congratulate the happy couple? Daniel, did you?
Fuck no.
I'm just kidding. All love. Great, whatever. But can we stop?
Yeah, we can't talk shit. He's the one getting married, and look at us. The famous Ev cry.
The famous Ev cry. Hopefully we get that back soon.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah. So, do you have the Broncos at 2 or the Chargers?
3. I agree with that. I feel like it's going to come down to the very end of the season where the Chargers sneak away with that second spot.
Second spot in that division. Yeah, I think the Broncos may fall short of the playoffs, depending on how everything else.
I feel like Justin Herbert could be talked about a lot this season. I feel like this may be a season for him, like a breakout season almost.
I'm not going to say a breakout season. I'm going to say it's kind of the same as Trevor Lawrence. He has yet to have a playoff win.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him the bag. He's dating Madison Beer. This man literally had everything he's got except playoff success. I think we need to start talking about how overrated now is Justin Herbert, because I see a lot of people put him in their top 5, but the stats and the performance against playoff teams isn't compared to the other 4 players that we usually put in our top 5.
Thank you, and I'm glad you bring that up, because a lot of things that I see, I see it a lot that he's put over Dak Prescott. Especially by Evander.
I still think he's a better football player than Dak.
How can you say that? Look at you were just
but
playoff.
Dak is going into year what?
Leave
9? No. I'm just talking about actual time in the NFL to have playoff experiences. We're not going to compare, someone like Aaron Rodgers to freaking like JJ McCarthy, because they haven't had time to actually prove themselves. All I'm saying is Justin Herbert is kind of, dare I say, kind of like a mini Dak Prescott. Started out really hot, playing really well, but still we haven't seen
that playoff
performance.
Well, also plays good in the regular season.
I know. 5 picks though in the wild card, atrocious. So
I'm just saying,
I understand
we need to give the treatment. Eventually, we need to start giving the treatment to Herbert that we give, or that you guys give to Dak.
Yes, but I will say, just the way that kid plays football, man, is great. I think now, with the way they built that team, it really sucks Rashawn Slater went down, because we're gonna see instances where that happens. I think this has to be a year for him to not only throw for at least 4,000, push 4,500 yards. This is a time, bro. You need to make some impact.
That's
what you got Jim Harbaugh, who is a defensive-minded defensive-minded head coach. So he's gonna whip that defense into shape. You just got to do your job. Put 25 up again. Put at least 24. Put at least 27. I know obviously it's easier said than done, but this is it, man. This is it. This is the building. You choked away the game. I'm going to say you single-handedly lost the game against the Texans. Well, it's a team sport, bro. You threw 5 picks, and I think he threw 3 or 2 pick sixes. He literally threw a touchdown to the other team.
That's like the Dak's playoff performance against the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that. I've said that. I like that comparison, Daniel, and I like that you are so passionate that you want that same treatment.
I do, because who else? Who were we talking about last season? That Evander's, we should start comparing this quarterback to Dak because he's also
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it was Lamar.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Lamar in a minute.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just saying, I want to start, especially from you two, I want to start seeing that treatment with other quarterbacks that Dak gets.
I got you, man. And I think as we've aged, good Lord, as we've gotten older and we've seen players actually get to year 5, year 6, we can start making those comparisons. We couldn't make them 2 years ago when they were barely going into year 3, going into
because I know I tried doing that. Evander's look how long Dak's been in the league compared to whoever it was I was comparing at the time.
Yeah, but now that we're kind of pushing it, we're pushing UNC status, and we're pushing the legal drinking age. I think now that we've seen these guys.
Evander's already at that legal drinking age, man. I'm close. 1 more month.
1 more month for Daniel.
I'm not an
I think.
Just I don't want them to think, why is this kid getting so excited to be 21?
I think every kid gets excited to turn 21. It's a great time. So, but I think we have the exact same AFC West: Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and the Raiders. But I do think the Chargers and Broncos both have good seasons. I would say I said that they're going to tie, so I think they both go 11-6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see
We'll see. So now third, I'm going to put in terms of division ranks. I'm going to put personally the NFC East. And then I have the 2 Norths.
Real quick, speaking on the NFC East, who is, because I know you mentioned the worst, in your opinion, your worst division in the NFL. Who's the best division?
Okay. Well, I mean, we've been kind of building to that. I think the NFC North, in my opinion, has the... It's really crazy. We're going to get there in a second, though. Yeah, okay. We're going to get there in a second. All right. I always was a firm believer it was the Steelers division, but I think because how really shit the Browns have gotten and the Bengals are kind of iffy, I think the NFC North will overtake that, in my opinion. So we're going to go with the NFC East. A lot of power in this division, man.
Yeah, speaking on that, I'm just going to get it over the way. I think that, personally, in my opinion, that's the best division in football.
The NFC East?
Evander has always said it the last few years, and it all just depends. I'm going to put all love for the Cowboys aside. If they compete to the level I know they can compete to, and I've seen them compete to, then I think that they could be the best division in the NFL.
But I think that,
at least within the top 3 teams, the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Commanders. The Giants,
they're the Giants. Let's be real. Sorry, Andy.
No, not sorry, Andy. Fuck you. I'm just kidding.
He's going to college this week. It's a good summer.
Leaves tomorrow. Wait, today's Wednesday, no?
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, he leaves Friday.
Dang.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Oh, man. We got to go see him. We got to go see him in Denver.
Not when it's snowing again, though. That was,
No. Maybe if we break into some life stories, we'll tell you about that trip. For Chuck's 20th birthday.
I almost died.
Usually it's the 21st birthday that's a little crazy. The 20th birthday was a little wild. Oh, man. Let's get back on track, though. Yeah. So I'm going to give mine. I'm going to give my reasoning. And I know you're going to disagree with me. I already know it. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let you rebuttal, and then I'll let you come back, and then I'll give you mine.
All right.
Just because I know the little steam's going to come out of the headphones. I already know it. So, at 4, the Dallas Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, bro.
No matter how much hating that we do, me and Evander. I mean, I don't consider myself a hater. I couldn't even get through that. I'm more of a hater because
of me.
In our core friend group, there's 3 Cowboys fans. There's 1 non-delusional fan. There is Josh, who's kind of in the middle, and then there's Daniel.
Who's a non-delusional one?
Josiah. He thinks you guys should have moved on from Dak a while ago. Let's be for real. We know that.
Yeah.
So, I think the Giants, though, I mean, you got Jameis Winston. You have a rookie in Jackson Dart, and then you have Russell Wilson. Not a whole lot's impressing me, especially the way Russell Wilson kind of folded last season. I think he's going to a worse offense. I mean, except for the fact of Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors cleared our receiver situation from last year. But
The only upside for the Giants is their defense.
Dude, their defense is
It's
so
gonna be
good.
nasty.
Top 10. I will say, their defense will win them a few games. So their record might be a 5-12, 6-11, or 4, 4. But the defense will win a couple of those games. And I think one of those games will be against the Cowboys, and one of those games will be against the Commanders. I think they're going to get smashed by the Eagles, though. Not even going to lie. Third, I do actually have the Cowboys. I'm calling it the same as last year. I got the Commanders at 2 and the Eagles at 1. Eagles are the defending champs. They really didn't lose a whole lot from their core. Like their core starting, like actual beef of the lineup. Really didn't lose a whole lot. I think, who is it? Jurgens or Dickerson's out for the first 4 weeks.
Dickerson.
Dickerson. So,
I
mean,
think Vander, don't fucking slit my throat. I think it's Dickerson.
He's going to jump through the phone and be like, you got the wrong lineman's name.
I know, bro. It's about to pop out the iPhone and choke him.
Pop.
Yes.
But, I mean, even there in week 4, you can't be looking that bad. So let's say they slip up, start 2-2. I think they started 2-2 last year. They went around the Super Bowl. So
Never know.
the Eagles are just, I mean, they've got a whole lot. They really didn't lose a whole lot. There's not a lot of question marks. I think the biggest question mark would be their new offense coordinator, because Kellen Moore left. I still think you really can't mess up Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown on the outside, Saquon, that O-line, and then, of course, the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it's really hard to mess that up. You know who messed it up, though? Brian Johnson, the last couple of years.
Bring him back.
Rail says bring him back.
Bring him back. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna start a petition to bring them back.
Yeah, so I think there's not a whole lot you can mess up there. So I got the Eagles kind of not running away
Bring
with
back
it.
Chip
but
Kelly.
That brought some PTSD from Forever. Good
yeah,
Lord.
Vander's about to throw the phone at the TV at the wall.
Yeah, and then second, the Commanders. Both Evander and Daniel say that Jaden Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump. I just don't see it. I personally don't see it. I think they've gotten better as a team. Signing Debo, I mean, I guess you could have a tight end. He's basically a tight end.
Ev compares Debo to what are those little candies called? The dots or the little what are they called? The
mounds?
Milk dudes.
Milk duds?
Milk dudes. Milk dudes.
Me and you are milk dudes.
Oh, Evander compares him to a milk dud. That's funny.
That's hilarious. But I mean, I like what I see from Washington. I like the way Dan Quinn coaches that team. I mean, you had him and Campbell in that NFC Championship game. I mean, it seemed like it was just grit versus grit. And they won that game. They blew the brakes off of them. I think that just continues. I really like what they've done over the last year, from last year. It's a new year. Chances to do something better. They're one win away from the Super Bowl. Do I think they make it that far? Maybe not. But I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to have a C.J. Stroud level of slump. And then now third, the Cowboys. Wanted to end this off for you, Daniel.
Go ahead. I'm just ready to get my spill.
Micah's gone. He's gone. You signed a diva who was a wide receiver 1, who is now going to be your wide receiver 2. So you've already kind of have a foundation of a problem there. Sedarius is going to be Sedarius. He's going to be great. Dak coming back from yet another season-ending injury begs the question, how good will he really be? I think he will be solid, but nothing more. I don't think he's going to pop off like he did after his ankle injury and sling for 4,000, throw 40 touchdowns, and be in the MVP conversation. I just don't see that happening. And your running back issues. Jadon Blue, kind of a stud coming out of Texas. But having Javonte Williams, who was kind of, I'm not going to say mistreated, but kind of just fell off the map in Denver, and then Miles Sanders, who showed how good the Eagles' offensive line really is when he went to Carolina. There's just, teams are not going to sell the run. They're not going to stack an extra linebacker in the box. You're going to have a double team on CD, and there's a lot of teams that think once we get in George Pickens' head, we can leave him single coverage. He's going to get frustrated. He did that in Pittsburgh. I just see this is just an even bigger spotlight. Because if you think about it, the blue bloods of the NFL really are like a team like the Packers, the Steelers, the Cowboys, a team with a lot of history. And the media gives them the spotlight. And the Cowboys, Jerry loves that spotlight.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
I know. You don't got to remind me.
He loves it. So I think there's just it's just conflict will be brewing. And eventually there will be a time where George Pickens does some stupid shit, gets himself ejected from a game or a costly penalty. Then it's going to be Jerry talking on a show. Then it's going to be him tweeting, George Pickens tweeting some shit. It's going to be something like that. And it just causes division in the locker room. That loses you games. That is what keeps you at mediocrity. And that's why you guys haven't been to the NFC Championship in 30 years. And that's why I don't think you guys will come close now. Sub 500 for you guys. No hate. I'm just calling it like I see it. And, I'm going to look like a total idiot. If you guys come out and Dak throws for 405 tuds against the Eagles tomorrow, I just don't see that happening. So I'm going to pass forward to you. Thank you for letting me get my point across without stabbing me. I know you probably took the knife out of your truck. So if I'm not at my place of work tomorrow, you know who did it.
Yeah, all right.
Or at least Friday after the game tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. So, Daniel, let me get your division predictions.
Where do I even start, bro? No, so I'm gonna start off with the first, second, third, fourth. The way the teams finish in the division. I'm gonna put the Giants at third. Fourth. My bad. That's Sorry, I have so much on my mind that I want to spit out. I'm trying to get it all out. Now, give me the Giants at fourth. That's self-explanatory. Their defense is going to be really good. You elaborated on that already. That, like you said, it's going to win them games. At fourth. Third. Fuck, sorry, my bad. I'm tired. It was a long day.
It has been a long day.
At third, give me the Commanders.
Commanders at third.
Well, okay. Fuck. This is controversial.
Go ahead.
I don't think the Eagles are going to finish first, and the reason I say that is because history has not repeated itself since 2004. Me and Evander we were just born last time history repeated itself, and that's why I think it doesn't happen. I don't think 2026 will be the year that it happens. So with that being said, I don't know who's going to finish first, if it's going to be the Cowboys or the Commanders.
Say how you feel, man. Say how you feel. Say it with your chest.
Well, it's not about how I feel, because obviously I want the Cowboys to finish first. I also don't think the Commanders are going to be I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. I think you said me and Evander both think Jaden Daniels is going to have a senior or a sophomore slump. Fuck.
I mean, the way you're saying, man, you should just put the Eagles at 1 and the Cowboys at 2.
No, I'm going to put the Eagles at 2.
Okay. Say it. I know you want to say it. Say it.
Give me the Cowboys at 1. I said it. I'm going to
let you say it.
I didn't diss on you for your opinion.
No. I'm going to let you go, but you got to give me something to kind of believe, make me think.
Well, first, so give me the Cowboys at number 1. Give me the Eagles at number 2, and the main reasoning behind that again is because history has not repeated itself. At third, give me the Commanders, and at fourth, give me the Giants. My reason, I already gave my explanation on the Giants. The Commanders, the same thing. I gave my explanation on that. The Eagles are going to be good again this year. There's no doubt about it. I hope they're not as good as they were last year and make a Super Bowl run. I don't think it's going to happen. The Cowboys, like I told you, I don't know if I haven't really talked to Evander, but I told you, I truly believe Dak is going to have an MVP season.
Caliber season.
Will he win it? I don't know, but he's going to have an MVP caliber season. He has 2 great wide receivers in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and even Jalen Tolbert at
great.
3. Huh?
Now George Pickens.
I hope he's great. I don't know. Tomorrow we'll find out.
I know.
Well,
I'm just saying. We're calling him great when he's on the Steelers.
Okay. Well, he is. Okay. I'll
Okay.
punch you. Okay. But okay, so then
you got Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah, and then Jalen Tolbert at third. We have a good tight end.
Ferg.
We love Ferg. We have a good tight end in Ferg. I'm a little worried about our offensive line. They're a bunch of young guys. I can see them doing good things, and I hope they do good things. I don't think they're going to be terrible. The defense, I hope we lost Micah. That's a big hit. But we also got a little bit of help for the run game defense, which is what we've needed. I know he's older, but I hope he can step it up. What's his name again? I forgot.
Kenny Clark.
Yeah, Kenny Clark. I hope he can step it up and help on the run game defense, because that's really, especially against the Eagles, that Saquon's going to try and eat us alive.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully we have help on defense with him. That they worry me more, honestly, than our offensive line.
Valid.
But going back to what you were saying earlier about there being tension, possible tension between the locker room, and a lot of it coming because of Pickens. I don't see that happening, just because CD's already going into his fourth year.
CD, year 5.
Year 5. To him, I think he's already mature enough, and I think George Pickens is going to kind of look up to him in a way as a mentor, and I think he's not going to blow his fuse and do stupid shit like you had said. I don't think he's going to get upset in those games that CD is the star he is. I feel like there's going to be an understanding with him. I don't think he's going to... You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel what you're saying.
It's all in my head, and I'm trying to spit it all out and try to make it make sense.
No, you got it, man.
Yeah, that's why I think there's not going to be much tension and many problems coming from him. Yeah. And I hope he does have the same agent as Micah. And I saw something where Micah's agent had said that the whole situation between that whole situation with Micah and Jerry and him isn't going to carry over and apply to when it comes to George Pickens and him needing a
I didn't know that they had the same agent.
Yeah, they do.
One thing I will agree with you on is your offensive line. They could be really good and a really good young core, but they also could be really bad.
Yeah,
so I think I agree on the fact that it's kind of both ends of the spectrum. So you're gonna have games where they're really good. You're gonna have games where they look like shit. You're gonna have games where they kind of look solid in there. It's kind of where they'll be. Mm-hmm. So I can agree with you there.
They need to find that
rhythm, that chemistry.
Yeah.
That sweet spot.
Yeah,
you know?
they got to find that sweet spot if they're gonna want to make a good playoff run, or just run in general in the season. But yeah, I was a little worried when I did find out that George Pickens had the same agent as Mike. I'm like, oh shit. But then I think it was yesterday or the day before, I did see where their agent came out and said that the situation that happened between them isn't. Yeah, it's not going to impact the George Pickens situation when it comes to him needing a contract extension.
That's good.
So yeah, that's where I stand with that. I don't think he's going to be a problem child like he was in Pittsburgh. I think CD's going to be that
leader. Because, I will say George Pickens didn't really have that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Dak's a really good leader. I just think that George Pickens is going to kind of settle down. He's going to be there to ball. If he doesn't get the ball as much as he wants, I hope he understands and that there's understanding coming from him.
Oh, yeah, I completely understand. All right.
And like you said, a lot of focus on teams is going to be them doubling
CD.
That still leaves Pickens as an option, and then Tolbert too. Tolbert, he can be sneaky good. He's not the best route runner, but he can get open.
Slot receivers, man. New England built a dynasty off of that. Yeah. So we're going to transition over into the AFC North.
Yeah, go ahead. What happened? Oh, shit. What happened?
All right. You have any closing remarks before we go to the AFC North? I will say you probably saw there was a time where there was no camera. The storage went full on our other camera, so we're recording on the other one. So that was the kind of break. We apologize for that, but I think it's only 90 seconds. So I'll go back and I'll look at it. But that was that little break in video. So, Daniel, we're going to leave you off with one last note.
Real quick before you jump into the next division, I just wanted to go back and speak on what I think is going to be a season for Dak to possibly, or just be in the MVP race. I don't know how good our run game is going to be. Like you said, we have Javonte Williams, we have Jadon Blue. We saw some good things from him now in the preseason. We have Miles Sanders. I don't know how that's going to work out. Again, going back to the offensive line, I don't know how that's going to work out. So I think it's going to leave a lot of air game for Dak. I think he's going to have to. I think the Cowboys may have to rely on passing the ball.
Of course. And
with 3 good receivers, I can see that happening. And that's why I think Dak's going to put up numbers. He's going to put up passing touchdowns. I
agree. That was the first couple of years of Mahomes, man. They didn't really have a running back until they still really don't have a solidified top 10 back.
Mm-hmm.
And so they rely on Mahomes to throw the ball. I mean, that's why he hit, I think, almost 5,000 yards or at 5,000 yards. So
Mhm.
I agree with that. I agree with that point. But it's just the way if they know that you aren't going to run the ball well, you're going to drop 6,
I
drop
ho-
7 back in coverage. So
I
you
hope we
always-
can at least establish a decent run game. A run game that's going to gain us as a good amount of yards, not 2 yards every play or not negative yards, of course.
Only time will tell, and that time will be
And if we
about 24 hours.
yeah,
from
and if we do establish a run game, it's not going to be in the first few games. Obviously, I don't see that happening.
no
If anything, it's going to be a surprise that comes out
leader.
midway through the season. Yeah.
Valid argument, valid point. So that's our cap on the NFC East. Obviously, we had a lot to talk about there because our boy Ev, Eagle fan.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really dive in because he would have gone off for about 15 minutes just glazing the Super Bowl champs. I'll give him that. So I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
didn't
give
really
him a lot
want
of
to
shit.
talk too much about them because it's
Same thing.
it's the
It's the Eagles.
yeah.
So I know Rail don't like them birds, but we're gonna see it tomorrow night. We'll be back with that argument next week. See where we're at.
I'm either gonna be in this chair really, really sad,
Or really,
or
really happy.
really, really happy.
He might just record a video of himself after the game and just put it up for
Yeah.
gets and shiggles.
One more thing. Sorry, I know we keep going back to the same division, but another thing I wanted to say is I think there's gonna be a lot of splits within
the
the
East?
division. Yeah. I think I can see us splitting with the Eagles. I can see us sweeping the Giants. You're going to see very many sweeps, I think, and that's going to be one of them. We sweep the Giants. I say we split with the Commanders, and I think the Giants possibly sneak one off against the Eagles. I think that one game
A couple years
that their defense steps up. Yeah, I think that one game that the defense steps up like a good amount this year is against the Eagles. The Giants, yeah, I think that they could sneak one off.
Okay.
And I think the Eagles and Commanders split, and I think the Giants and Commanders could possibly split.
All right,
That's
we'll
another
see.
thing too.
So we're
We
gonna
can
move on.
Sure, this time, yeah.
All right.
Sure, sorry.
This is where there's always a lot of stuff menacing, crazy things that go on over in the AFC North, the hood of the NFL, if you would like to speak. Can we put one up for Shador?
No.
No, we don't get to put that up for QB4.
No.
Yeah. So Browns are gonna finish dead last. They're gonna be atrocious.
Yep.
Bengals at 3. No defense. Their defense.
Bengals at 3.
Bengals at 3. They finished third last year.
Yeah,
Finished
that
third
is
last
true.
year. All they really did in the offseason, they actually lost not Hendrickson, the other dude, Hubbard, I think, or it's the other way around. One of the white exterior DNs. One of the whites. Okay. He retired. One of the really good pieces on their defense.
Yeah.
And then they went and paid T. Higgins. So unless Burrow is putting up 50 a game, which might be possible with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Chase Brown's actually been sneaky kind of good as a running back. I just really don't see a team without a defense making it very far. I think they'll finish 9-8, 8-9, kind of around there, mid. They'll be mid. They'll win a couple of games against some good teams. Have us thinking, oh, are they back? Make that run to Super Bowl like they did? Nope. Then they're going to lose to somebody shitty. They're going to lose to a Colts type team or like a Falcons or a Panthers type team. They're going to lose some stupid games because of their defense. So that's all I'm going to say. Give me the Ravens at 1. I'm not stupid. They will lose to the Steelers twice. It's always a competitive game, and you guys always doubt me. But I feel like, they won the game. That was kind of the most important. We split with them last year. That was when the wheels were falling off. So I'm going to be respectable. I'm going to call it a split for the season with the Ravens. All right. And then I got us at 2. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how he's going to be completely honest. I don't know. All I'm going to say is it really cannot be any worse than last year. We got DK Metcalf. Roman Wilson was on the injury list all of last season, was really good in the preseason of last year, the preseason of this year, and was really good, coming out of Michigan. Had an injury. A lot of players, once they get injured their rookie season, it's actually over. But since we're needing a receiver, I think we give him that chance. He's going to ball. Calvin Austin in the slot is going to do some good things. And I do like our backfield. We lost Najee, but I like the way Jalen Warren runs the football, and I like the way Caleb Johnson runs the football coming out of Iowa. I think if we can establish a better ground game with an improved offensive line, this is Broderick Jones' make or break year. If he's shit, we're getting rid of him. We're tossing him to the curb. I think if we can establish a good run game, the passing game opens up. The defense is still going to be really good. We got Deshaun Elliott, kind of replacing Minka, but we got some solidified good corners, and that front seven's always going to do what we're going to do. Boswell, the remaining killer bee, he's going to do what he's always going to do. I think this is the year we get over the hump and we win a playoff game. Dare I say 2? That remains to be seen. But I think this is the year we get our playoff win. All right. Daniel, I'm going to pass it to you.
All right.
I see some looks on your face. So I'm going to hand you the floor, man. Go ahead.
I agree with almost everything you said except the way you put the second and third team. Give me the Ravens at 1. Obviously, I think Lamar's going to have a good season. They're going to do good things. They're going to do big things. At 2, give me the Bengals. I think the Bengals finally step it up.
I don't know how, though. No defense.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But it's been like that. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of... I don't know, Jim. The Steelers, I don't know. I just can't see. I don't see Aaron Rodgers having a good season. On the defensive side, I think T.J. Watt is going to be in talks to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Should have 3, but I digress.
I'm going to put all hate aside. I mean, I don't hate the Steelers. I just give Charlie shit because he gives me shit about the Cowboys. I don't hate them.
Valid.
We also agreed that we weren't going to talk shit about each other's teams this year.
Yes.
It's going to be probably a lot easier to do now that Evander's not here to instigate.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
The only time I hate the Steelers is when the Cowboys play them, and last year...
Once every 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe this year in the Super Bowl. Imagine how crazy Evander would get.
That would be
that would be so great.
Oh, man, maybe it'd be a good reason you're moving to Texas.
if
we lost.
I could only imagine Evander's reaction to that. Anyway, because, we're not kind of expected to be anywhere near that.
Yeah.
That would just be hilarious, but go ahead and continue.
Yeah. Anyway. And then at 4, who's the fourth team in the division?
The Browns.
The Browns, there you go. Yeah, that's just that.
Dog water.
Yeah, they're not going to be good. The Browns at 4. And then, I just, like I said, I don't see Aaron Rodgers doing good. You guys... think you would have been better off this season if you would have kept Pickens.
I agree, man. If we had Metcalf and Pickens, what is that Stephen A. Smith clip? Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I just don't. No hate. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers.
I completely understand.
Pulling anything out of his ass.
I think we'll give him more protection than the Jets we're willing to give him.
The only thing I think that, and it's obvious, the only thing that I think could keep the Bengals afloat is Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
So I think, let's be for real. Bengals games are going to be insanely fun to watch this season. It's going to be a shootout, I would say, in every single game. Because I think the only team really capable of locking down the Bengals receiver core and Joe Burrow, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. It's probably only the Eagles with the corners that they have. Because if you're going to double Jamar, T. Higgins is still really, really good on the edge. So he's a wide receiver 1 on a lot of teams. His holdout worked, and they got him signed. So
I do see you guys splitting with the Ravens, though.
That always happens.
Yeah, and it's only because you guys always find a way. Again, no hate. You always find a way to pull something out of your ass.
I will agree. Will definitely agree, man. So that's our AFC North. And now, in my opinion, shaping up to be the most intense division, the wildest division, and the most fun division to watch. It's going to be, Max, you already know, the Bears and the NFC North. However,
I could see that. I set myself up for that one, bro. I set myself up.
Are the Bears going to start 6-7?
Probably.
Man, jeez.
That was not intentional. It was just
any older people watching this thing are gonna be like, "What the hell are these?"
Emmanuel
I don't
and
even
L
know what
so
this is
confused.
talking
You guys
about.
aren't old, but Emmanuel L might be like, "What's wrong with these kids?"
What's wrong with these kids, man?
That's only the only ones I can only think of that are older that watch.
Yeah,
But
a couple of my dad's friends watch too.
Oh,
So
okay.
thank y'all for all the love that you guys get. But yeah, y'all don't know what this means. But starting off, I got the Vikings at 4. Sorry, Brian. Sorry, Anthony. Vikings at 4. Jetta is obviously going to be really good. But how good is he going to be with JJ? He's been good with mid quarterbacks. JJ is literally a rookie. Literally never played a snap. Got injured, so he's already kind of, a step behind everybody else. I don't see it. You're missing Jordan Addison for the first, is it 4 or 6 games because of his suspension.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even have 5?
I think it's 5.
So you don't even have a wide receiver 2. Aaron Jones is kind of already getting up there in age. Again, we're aging ourselves here, but he's already kind of getting up there. Defensively, solid. You brought back Adam Thielen. I mean, I guess he's a good wide receiver 2 for a few weeks. Then you bump him into the slot, I guess. Yeah, I just think the way this division is playing out, man, the Bears, I think, have gotten a lot better, and you got the Vikings have gotten slightly worse. Slightly, at least for the first 5 weeks. So for that reason, I got them at 4. I got the Bears at 3. Max, Ev, they're not making the playoffs, nor are they, obviously, well, you can't win a playoff game if you're not in the playoffs. And I don't think they come close to winning the division. I think they lose the division by maybe 4 games.
Yeah.
Caleb is going to be better than last year. He's going to be better, but he's not going to be where Ev holds him to.
That's a whole another level.
That is a whole other level of glazing. We made a bet on it. The only bet we're making because now we're.
You would think Caleb's and Jalen Hurts were like brothers or something. The way Evander.
Glaze.
I don't know.
Call him a Krispy Kreme fresh dozen out of the fryer. No hate. I respect. Actually, no, I don't respect the Caleb Williams glaze because I haven't liked him since college. Ever since Notre Dame gave him the belt and he cried to his mom. Nothing wrong with men crying. I'm just saying, bro, you're a grown football player. You should know how to deal with the loss. Anyway, I digress. I think he'll be better. I think Rome Odunze actually has a better productive year now that Keenan Allen's not there. I think Keenan Allen kind of threw a wrench in everything with the way this team was supposed to be. You kind of got somebody a little too old and out of nearing the end of their prime, kind of out of their prime. And then DJ Moore, I think now it's all right, buddy. You asked to leave, or you left Carolina. You're over here now. What are we going to see?
Do something.
So, I think the Bears finish a good 9-8. I think 9-8 could be 8-9. Right?
8-9.
No, shut up.
I saw that. 8-9.
Well, imagine that's the new viral thing. That would be hilarious.
That'd be crazy.
But
we're on ESPN for that shit.
Yeah, that would be insane. And I think even though the Vikings, I think, will be last, I think they're only going to be last by a couple of games. Yeah. I think it's going to be where the worst team in this division is still like the third best team in any other division.
That's what I was going to say. Between those two teams, I want to put the Bears at 4.
Yeah.
I want to give the Vikings a little bit of love. But I also, being the situation that the Vikings are in, that's why I agree with keeping them at 4. Yeah. Will I be surprised if that situation happens where they flop? There will be no surprise there.
But you just naturally do this.
I know. I don't know why, bro. I know a lot of people talk with their hands, but I don't know. I think it's because we're comparing two things. That's why my natural
we are comparing two things.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, that's so funny.
That's crazy. Why does it have to be a meme? If not, this would be normal.
This was normal last year when we're like, Cowboys, Eagles,
Sorry, man, kids these days make anything into memes.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
It's going to get to a point where we get old enough and we're not even going to understand these memes, bro.
No, I barely understand this one.
I know, there's shit my sister comes home and says. I'm like, what the hell did you just say?
Bro, we're old. We're working jobs. We don't have time to be online.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, no, there won't be no surprise coming from me if the two of them switch.
Yeah. I understand that.
The only reason, like I said, I'm keeping the Vikings at 4 is because of the situation that they're in.
Yeah, they're kind of where the Bears were last year. The only thing difference is that Justin Jefferson is really good. Mm-hmm. I will say, the Bears, really underrated player, wasn't even in the top 100, and I think he's a top 7 corner in the league. Jalen Johnson. Mm-hmm. Stud, man. I think he kind of had a little bit of a worse year last year, and it didn't deserve to get him knocked out of the top 100, or I don't know if he was in it at any point. But I think he's a top 100 player. I think he's a really good corner. So we'll see how he plays this season. Max, I think we're kind of on the same wavelength here. Ev, however, they're not making the playoffs. Coming in at 2, dude, the Lions have such a harder schedule than the Packers. Give me the Lions at 2. Lions at 2 because we've saw success, but they've kind of been the same team for the last 2 years, plus the very end of year, what is that, 2 years ago. So the end of 2023. So the 23-24 season was really good. 24-25 was good, but like we really haven't seen a lot of this. They made a big jump, but then they also didn't do that final push to where they really had I'm not going to say a cakewalk because the Commanders were a surprising team last year, but I mean, you could have played them or the Bucks, and I feel like they beat the Bucks, or maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not going to try and make myself look like an idiot. They had a favorable path.
Mm-hmm.
Home field, playing the Eagles in Detroit in the Dome is a lot better than what the Commanders had to do and what the Rams had to do and go play them in Philly. And they choked. So for that reason, I didn't see a whole lot of any reason. I think Frank Ragnow even retired.
I'll never forgive the Lions for that. I had so high hopes for them to beat the shit out of the Eagles last year. So yeah, if any Lion fans are watching, I'm not going to cuss, but you know what I want to say about you.
That's hilarious. And then I got the Packers at 1. Jordan Love. I mean, that man named Micah.
Yeah, I don't know what witchcraft he used, but he snapped his fingers and Micah was on his team.
Yeah, I mean,
they were doing a podcast just like two guys like us. And he
real.
brought up the scenario of Micah going and playing in Green Bay, and look where he's at now.
Oh boy, man! So I think this is it. This is the leap the Packers needed in that division, because that division was kind of coming up as Aaron Rodgers was leaving. That division was on the come up. Were they going to get left behind? Matt LaFleur said no. Get me Michael Parsons. Jordan Love. Get me Michael Parsons. You know what they did?
They
got Micah Parsons. And their defense was already kind of solid as it is. Now you got the third best edge rusher in the league coming off that edge. Not a whole lot I could say. I do think that division is close, though. You're not going to see the division winner may have 5 losses, may have 5 or 6, because that division is so impactful. It's so good that those games are going to be so close that, some team, they got to lose a couple, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So, well, actually, I mean, there's always ties, but we don't talk about ties. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, those are the things that go around your neck.
Yes, I got plenty of those.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing one for the pod because I think that'd be a little too professional. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we just got off work. You're wearing your work clothes. I'm wearing my work clothes. So.
And don't worry, that's not bird shit on his shirt. It's just sweat. Almost like the bird that almost shit hit me at Home Depot.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. One of the birds got at the very top of Home Depot, and we heard the splat.
Yeah, we were just standing there talking.
Literally 4 inches behind me, bro.
Yeah.
Insane. That was hilarious.
It almost became a game of inches. You almost
like
have bird shit on your shoulder.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, this is sweat.
Football, it's a game of inches. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our predictions.
Well, you didn't give me my. You didn't let me have my.
Well, sorry, concludes my predictions. We're gonna let Diddy Dan.
Diddy Dan is crazy. What the fuck? Nowhere near Diddy.
Hey, he was found not guilty.
But I'm not even in that conversation whether I'm guilty or not. But anyway, I'm going to switch those two again. I think the Lions are going to have another really good season. I hope they have a better playoff run than they did last year. But I think Dan Campbell's going to have that team he's going to have them back to where they were last year. They're going to have a great regular season. The Packers, they're going to have a good season as well. I can see them finishing 2. And it's not going to be the Lions aren't going to run away with the division. They're going to win it by a matter of a game or 2. Maybe 3. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Micah's return back to Dallas. I really hope in the first 3 games that he doesn't get hurt. I know he does have a spine injury. Mm-hmm. I don't know how bad it is, but I hope he does not get hurt in the first 3 games, because I want to see him play us in Dallas. I know by me saying that, it's kind of like me wanting to see an ass kicking or want Micah to eat my quarterback alive, which is not what I'm wanting at all. I hope our offensive line can hold up and keep Dak safe. But I don't want, if we do play, I mean, if we do beat the Packers week 4 and Micah doesn't want to play, I don't want to hear that bullshit of, oh, Micah didn't play. That's why you guys won. If we win and if we beat the Packers, which I hope we do, I paid a lot of money for that ticket to be there.
Yeah.
I want Micah to be on that field when we beat them.
In
I hope we beat
the
them.
Packers uniform.
That's gonna be weird.
It's a trip.
But yeah,
I saw the jersey swap on.
I want it to be a fair, not ass kicking, but I want it to be a fair win. I want Micah to be on that field. I don't want no excuses if we beat them. If they beat us, then I don't want excuses either. They
have Micah.
Yeah, they have Micah. They have a good team. Yeah, that's gonna be my excuse. Oh well, they have Micah. No, but I can see that happening. Lions at 1, Packers at 2, and then Bears at 3, and
of course,
Vikings at 4.
Absolutely. So there are our predictions. We're gonna run through 3 quick game predictions. 1, Cowboys, Eagles. He's got the Cowboys. I just have the Eagles because it's ring night, Super Bowl champs.
Odds are in their favor.
You know, how much more do I'm not going to list everything. We'll be here for.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, so we'll see that tomorrow. We might get Daniel's reaction after the game, depending on whether or not he runs through a brick wall afterward. Anyway, second one, we'll go Steelers, Jets. Justin Fields playing his former team. Aaron Rodgers playing his former team. I just think the Jets are just not in a great position that our defense will manhandle them, even if we don't have the best offensive game. I still think our defense will hold them to where we can win, even if we only score 17 points or score 15. Because there's been games, even week 1 last year, we kicked 6 field goals and we beat the Falcons.
That was crazy.
Obviously, I got my Steelers. Daniel?
Being that it's week 1, I could see the Jets running away with that. That was a game that I had a hard time picking in the pick'em. Where I think I picked the Jets. I may go in there and switch that. I don't know. I really don't know on that game.
Give me a team.
It makes sense. Give me the Steelers.
All right, he's got the Steelers.
I just don't have any faith in Justin Fields.
No. All right, and
Never
then
have.
a couple more games. Actually, no, we're just gonna go one more. Sunday Night Football. Kicking off with a bang.
I don't even know who plays Sunday night.
It's Bills-Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah.
I like the Bills. I don't like the Ravens, even if I did like the Ravens in this game. Bug them.
I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game.
I think so as well. However, Josh Allen has proven time and time again, absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute stud.
Another quarterback.
We're going to see how Lamar Henry year 2 goes. If it's anything like year 1, you know, we might see a whole lot of the same thing. But we'll see how defenses have adapted to it. I got the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills.
And he's got the Bills.
And going back to the first game, you picked the Eagles.
I did pick the Eagles.
It's obvious. I'm going to pick the Cowboys. Give me the win by a field goal.
You're not going to like it. I like the Eagles by.
Oh, you've already said. Evander says by 2
10.
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. I'm going to give you 10.
10? All right.
10 points.
I say we slip away with that game by 3.
All right. So
I don't know if I already stated it on this podcast. I think I already told you and Evander, but again, I think we're gonna split with the Eagles this season.
You did mention that.
I did about how I want to see them win in Dallas in November.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, it's been a long pod.
It's been a long pod.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
So
I would long off season.
But yeah,
we're back.
I would much rather move. I would much rather lose tomorrow than when me and Evander go watch them in Dallas. So will I be 100% mad if we lose tomorrow? No. It's game 1. First game of the season.
He's going to say that, and then when Evander hops on the FaceTime call, it's going to be a different story.
I'm going to be pissed. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be mad because I want to. What person doesn't get mad when their team loses? I'm going to be mad, but I'm not going to crash out. I may crash out. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it's going to be great.
A lot of emotion.
We're going to get some film on it, too, so we're going to see where we're at. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for bearing with us through this trying time. A lot of things coming to an end, but one thing that will not end is the App Sesh Pod. Just going to be looking a little bit different.
We'll just be growing, and like you said, add another person, add Emmanuel.
Yeah, we'll get Noah on.
In the back. Yeah. We'll see Noah in the background.
Yeah. He loves Jaden Daniels, so.
No more. Remember he didn't like Jaden Daniels?
Oh, after he crumbled against That's hilarious.
Who does he like now?
I don't know. We're going to see who is Noah's new favorite player.
Yeah,
that question will be answered, man.
Every time we go, there's a new baby, and then there's also a new favorite for Noah. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you again for tuning in. Hope everybody had a great summer. Football is back. Fall is back. So back. We'll see you in the next one.